Over.
All right, I think we're rocking and rolling. Is it rock and roll? Do you hear that? Sounds like, what is it? AC/DC? Maybe? Rock and roll music. Maybe it's Aerosmith. I liked Aerosmith. They were a rock and roll band. And you know what I do like too? Everybody is being warm, which is how I feel, even though right now I'm surrounded by snow. I don't know where this is, probably up at my brother's house. My brother, he's up in the mountains, everybody, and he's got plenty of snow in his life. And I'm just the opposite, everybody. I
John, we
want
should do the
no
snow
snow.
digging.
Do the snow digging?
Yeah, because remember we used to do that?
I like it. And I can do it. I'm going to do a workout today with a roll of uh, wrapping paper. So it's a roll of wrapping paper, and it still has the tube. The tubes of wrapping paper, they can be really good. You can use them as a telescope. Let's see. There you are. Or
There we go.
you can do
Hi, John.
exercises. Who's that? Is that Byron?
Yeah,
Hey, Byron. In the
I'm
house.
here.
In the house. Here we go. Right on, man. Did you have a good Christmas, a good holiday?
I had a good holiday.
That's excellent. Excellent.
Hey, by the way, if I can get my package.
You still waiting on that, huh?
Yeah.
I know you are, because I've been looking at it. I just saw it when I was at my storage unit. I got my stuff for Byron and I got my stuff for Sandy. It's right in there, right next to each other. I'm gonna be getting down there real soon. And you know what? If I can do this too, Byron, if I don't come down on a Tuesday or a Thursday, maybe I can leave it with like Rainer or somebody and like that.
Okay.
Or even with
Okay.
like Bobby or something. Okay. We'll work that out. But remember,
Okay.
everybody, like Carla said, we're not gonna have the fitness social tonight because we are gonna be doing the fitness social on Chris on New Year's Eve. So that's next Tuesday at 6 p.m. We're gonna do a New Year's Eve social, and it should be awesome. It's the whole reason we started this all to begin with. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna do the breathe motto to get us started off here. If you're having something to eat right now, that's a good thing. I just finished up some leftovers. Also, make sure, everybody, that we have our water. So I got my water bottle right here. I'm going to drink some water because that's a good way to get started for a workout. So let's all have a sip. All right. Got my water, got the top on so I won't spill. Coco the cat, she's right here looking out the window, keeping me safe. Here we go, everybody. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in the good. Breathe out the bad. Breathe in the happy. Breathe out the sad. Breathe in your best. And breathe out the worst. And breathe in your power so you reach your goals first. Everybody, remember, we have goals. Carla has a goal to do the hula hoop today. You got it, Carla. You're going to get to do that. Everybody, we have goals that are not just goals that are fitness goals. You know, we have all types of goals in our lives. And coming up on the new year, we want to start thinking about our goals for 2025. So, one of the things that we'll talk about on Tuesday on the New Year's Eve party is we'll talk about goals, and we'll talk about how you can not only pick out your goals, but you can maybe find a way to track them, to write them down, to be able to keep accountable. We'll talk about some tips and things like that that'll maybe help you have a better shot at reaching those goals for 2025. Can you believe it? We're now at 2025. I remember when we were going into 2000, they thought all the computers were going to stop working because the computers with the computer calendar. Remember how silly was that? So silly. All right, everybody, let's move our head and neck around. That's not silly. Let's do our classic 5 moves. Let's go forwards. Let's do it like that. Let's go forwards in order 4 times. So we're not going to go backwards. We're going to make this kind of easier on our mind for the pattern work. But let's just practice again the movement. So remember, we're going to go right side, left side, down, and up. Going turtleneck, going giraffe neck, going ear lift, doing the other ear lift, and then we're going to tilt and tilt. Head tilt. All right, here we go. Again, doing the same thing. Right side, left side, down and up. Ear lift. Nice job. Ear lift. Oh, wait, I went turtleneck. I messed it up. Giraffe neck. Here we go. Ear lift. Ear lift. I saw everybody else was doing the right thing. I was doing the wrong thing. And you know why? Is because I started to think about, I wonder what Coco's looking at out the window. She's looking out the window right here. We just had a great big heron. I don't know if I'm saying a heron. It's the big bird. And it was in our yard. It was just outside of our fence a little while ago. And it was just standing there like a statue. A humongous bird. So I think Coco, she's now kind of like, oh, I got to watch out. There's these huge birds, 6 feet tall. Bird's like 6 feet tall. It's a huge bird. All right, here we go. Let's look around for it. Here we go. Is it over to the right? Nope. Is it over to the left? Nope. Is it down on the ground? Nope. Is it up in the air? Nope. Do I got to get away from it? Nope. Do I got to look out for it? Nope. Do I got to listen for it? Nope. Maybe over here? Nope. Or maybe I got to dodge it. Side and side. All right, one more time. Here we go. Again, with staying in that pattern, you're going to see how you can kind of just move through it. You don't have to think about it too much. We're going up. We're going back. We're going out. We're going up. We're going up. And then side to side. Everybody, those are some of my favorite. There's other exercises for the neck. Those are some of my favorites, and I know for a lot of folks here, they are going to be valuable neck mobility exercises because a lot of folks on here have an extended amount of time each day where we're looking at a screen. And that's okay, you know, sometimes that's what we just got to do. But if that's what we got to do, then we also got to balance it out. It's if you got to look at a screen, then you got to balance it out. Remember, human beings, that's you and me, we were never intended to just look at a lit up screen for hours and hours and hours and hours of our day. That we're not that's not what we're supposed to be doing, but we do it. And so we have to think about, well, how can I then balance out my body so that I'm not spending all of this time doing something that I wasn't really designed for, and I need to do some things I am designed for. So in a lot of cases, a lot of us, our bodies are designed for movement. Some of my friends, they don't have as much movement as others, but that doesn't mean that they don't have some movement opportunities in ways that they can increase that movement and maybe strengthen their bodies so that they can do some really awesome things. I don't know. I don't know what you're into, but I know this, that if it's something that doesn't involve watching TV, it's probably going to involve moving your body. And so right now we're moving our trapezius. We got our shoulders going up and down, the classic I don't know kind of symbol right there. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. There we go. Nice job going up and down. Excellent. Let's do our classic moves. Let's go back and forth. So back and forth with the shoulders. We'll go for about 10 of each one of those. Nice job. This one's kind of like we're flapping some wings if we had wings. This should be getting your shoulder blades moving too in the middle of your back. And then let's go with some circles, some moving them around, just up and down, bringing it all around. Hey, Carl, good to see you, man. Carl's in the house. Yeah, right on, Carl. Getting those shoulders going. All we've done is breathe motto in head and neck movements. And now we're working out our trapezius and about to go into the shoulders. Let's do 3 more here, or into the shoulders. We're in the shoulders. And here we go for 1. Nice job. Let's go with Carrie's bear hug. Bring him back. Bring it across. We're going to go side to side. Let's do 4 of these. We're doing the double alligator mouth. So elbows back. Nice job. There you go. Right on. Bringing them back. Then you're going to give yourself a hug. Give yourself a hug. And then you're going to go side to side, kind of rocking side to side. And then we do a little alligator 1, alligator 2. Elbows back. Arms across. Side to side. Alligator 1, alligator 2. Let's go one more time. You got this. One more time. Let's hold each one for 5 seconds. Let's hold those elbows back. Let's keep them back. There you go. Just like that. Keeping them back. And then now let's go bear hug. 5-second bear hug. 5 seconds. Give yourself a squeeze. Give yourself a good squeeze. Give yourself, use those muscles. Now let's go 5 seconds going side to side. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go with 5 alligators. Here we go. Going 1. And so now we're doing the alligator mouth. There you go. Nice job. 4 and 5. Awesome. My buddy Jake keeps calling me. He wants to go surfing on Sunday. Remember, everybody, if you want to go surfing ever, I'm the one that can help you do that. And I have a lot of friends. We get a lot of people out into the water every last Sunday of every single month. So that means this coming Sunday. Yep. But also when it's warm in the spring, summer, fall, all the time, we are having surf sessions every single month. So you could join us and it'd be a whole lot of fun. That's right. No fitness social tonight. Thank you, Carla, putting that in there. Also, I'm really interested. You guys might see me. If you see me like scratching at all, let me know. I did a lot of work removing poison ivy and poison oak from around my home because I didn't want little baby Sophia getting in it. But I'm not sure if I got it. I don't think I did. I think I did a great job not getting it, but I don't know. I kind of every once in a while feel itchy on my face, and I'm like, uh-oh, I hope that's not poison ivy on my face. I don't know. All right, let's get into those shoulders. Let's get those elbows going up and down. We're gonna go. Let's go 10 chicken wings, and then we're gonna do 10 with our arms out, lifting our arms up. So we're just bringing those elbows out to the side. Let's go 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you're able to, lift your whole arm out. So you can see my elbows aren't bent. It's kind of tough over here. There's the microphones getting in the way of my arm. That's why my arm's disappearing, but I'll bring it back. There we go. 4. Nice job. You should be feeling this. 5 up in your trapezius. 6, 7. Excellent job. 8, 9, 10. That's right, everybody. So the fitness social on Tuesday, the 31st, that is going to be next Tuesday. We are going to have a New Year's Eve fitness social party. Everybody's invited. It's going to be at 6 o'clock. And we're going to do it on the Monday.
And I'm gonna do sign language, sign language New Year's Eve, sign language too.
New Year's Eve sign language. Awesome. So you hear that, everybody? We're going to be learning some things, talking about goals, doing sign language. It's going to be pretty fun. Let's have a sip of water. Let's get ready. We're still kind of working on our arms, working on our shoulders a little bit, but let's make sure we're working on our hydration. All right, the next one we're going to do. Let's go ahead and we're going to do a little bit of a combo. I'm going to move my chair just a little bit, and let's maybe move this microphone just over there like that. So with this one, what I want us to do is we're going to reach out with our arms up to the sky like this. We're going to go out kind of like into a Y. We're going to bring our arms in, and then we're going to bring them forward. So we're going to go forward and back, and then we're going to go up to the Y. It's going to be the Monday, Wednesday link for Tuesday. So this is what we're doing. We're just going out and then up. Nice job. There you go. That's it. Out and up. Let's go for 10 of these. Here we go. 1 and 1. Go in 2 and 2. Go in 3 and 3. Nice job. This is a good speed. 4 and 4. We're going out and up. Going out and up. Going out and up. Go. And you could do this with one arm and up. Go and out, or 2 arms. Up. Let's go 2 more. Forward and back and forward and up. Nice. All right. The next one, this is the one that Carla was talking about. And we're going to do the shovel and we're going to go over our shoulders. So instead of going out and being extended, we're going to kind of be compact, and then we're going to shovel the snow. We're going to throw it over our shoulder. So we want to imagine we're shoveling snow. If you don't have anything to hold on to, remember, if you were holding the shovel, you're going to hold it with maybe one hand down, and this other hand is going to be down, and you're going to be able to go into the snow and then throw it over your shoulder. This is a roll of wrapping paper.
John, I'm sorry. I'm leaving right now.
Okay.
I'm going to the movie. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, enjoy the movies.
Thank you.
And so
can I do it? Can I do it next time? The hula hoop?
I think so.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
But I'll be there for New Year's Eve. I'll see you on Monday.
That's right. So that's right, everybody. We'll have a Monday workout, and then we'll also
Hula hoop
on
on Monday.
Tuesday be doing the New Year's
Okay,
Eve
bye.
challenge. Nice New Year's Eve challenge. New Year's Eve kind of party hangout. So if you're using a roll of wrapping paper, you could use this. You could pretend you got a shovel and you're just kind of scooping in and throwing it out. But if you don't have that, again, imagination's just fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to go 10 on one side, 10 on the other. And again, just working out our body, trying to imagine that we're scooping in the snow and then throwing it up over our shoulder. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. In and over. 1. In and over. 2. Scoop it in, throw it over. Scoop it in. 4. Scoop and 5. Scoop and 6. Scoop and 7. Nice job. Scoop, get a good 8. Get a good shovel full of that and that snow. 9. Scoop and 10. Now I'm going to switch up sides. We're going to go scoop and 11. We'll go to 20. Scoop and 12. Scoop and 13. Scoop and 14. Scoop and 15. Over your shoulder. Scoop and 16. Scoop and 17. Scoop and 18. Scoop and 19. Scoop and 20. Nice job, everybody. If you think about that scoop movement, you're using your triceps to extend that arm out to get that scoop into the snow. And then you're going to be using your biceps to be able to lift up that shovel, hold the snow on it, and then to throw it over. You can see, look, both of my biceps were used in that throwing over the shoulder move. So sometimes, we do our biceps, we kind of do them, very standard, like the bicep curl or the tricep extension and things like that. But a lot of times when you're thinking about these muscles, they're not going to be working by themselves, and they're not going to be doing just kind of one thing. They're going to be doing a lot of help. Our muscles, they're all like a team, and that team all has a job to do. And those muscles, they want to work together to do that job. That's their goal, whether it's lift your arm or help you to stand up. If you're able to stand up, that takes a lot of muscles to help your body to stand itself up. So even on times where you might not think you're exercising, you actually might be getting some exercise in if you're using your muscles and you're getting them to work as a team. All right, so we got our neck moving, we got our shoulders moving a little bit, we got our arms going a little bit. Let's go ahead and do something for we're going to go armpits. And I think we're going to do the 4-point core reach with an armpit squeeze. So we're going to squeeze our armpits and then do the teacup. Then we're going to squeeze our armpits and then do the twist reach. Then we're going to squeeze our armpits. We're going to do the coffee pot. And then we're going to squeeze and we're going to go all the way down for the ground touch. So between each one of our moves, we'll just do a little bit of a squeeze. And the other thing you can do is you can kind of squeeze your core a little bit. Try to help your body. Try to kind of maintain like a nice kind of firm position. And so we're just trying to keep our body upright in the in-betweens. That was a tongue twister right there. In the in-betweens. All right, here we go. Hey, Catherine in the house, everybody. We have an wave to Catherine. Hello, hello. Here we go, everybody. And squeeze. Teacup. Squeeze. Twist reach. Squeeze. Coffee pot. Squeeze. Ground touch. Squeeze the other side, teacup. Squeeze, twist reach, squeeze, coffee pot, squeeze, and ground touch. Let's do it again. Squeeze and teacup. Squeeze and the twist reach. Squeeze with the coffee pot and squeeze with the ground touch. Now to the other side. Great job, Carl. Here we go. Squeeze. There you go, Lorraine. Overhead. Nice job. Squeeze. Nice, Pablo. Across the front. Squeeze. Going down to the side. Squeeze. Going down to the ground. Let's do it one more time. Doing both sides. Getting in that good squeeze. Here we go. Squeeze. Teacup. Squeeze. Twist reach. Squeeze. Coffee pot. Squeeze. Ground touch. Here we go. Squeeze. Teacup. Squeeze. Twist reach. Squeeze. Coffee pot. And squeeze. Round touch. Nice job, everybody. Excellent. Let's go ahead and do a water break. Then I'm going to actually use the roll of wrapping paper. So if you have an old roll of wrapping paper, or if you have an exercise bar, if you have a wooden stick or a dowel or anything like that, you could use that as well. But we're going to do some exercises with the bar there. And then let's see, Byron, I'm going to send you a request to start your video. And that way, if you're able to get your video up and going, and if you want to do some leadership in a little bit, you could do some leadership too. Because of course we know Byron has that resistance bar. So there should be a button there maybe to push that'll get the video up and going. And if not, no worries. All right, everybody. So with this roll of tissue, I keep calling it tissue paper, wrapping paper, we can do a lot of the exercises that are just like the exercise bar, the resistance bar. So let's go ahead and start. I just want to start with maybe a simple one. I want to take it, and if we can, you can do this with two hands or with one, but I just want to go up and over my head with it. And see, you can see how I'm doing that. I'm kind of bringing this up and over my head, and I'm not keeping that, I'm keeping it straight as I go over. So I'm just trying to pass the bar or pass the roll over my head from side to side. Now I could do this with one hand, so I have it here, and then I come across, and now it's on this shoulder. And remember, the goal from this one here is going to be about that transfer from the left side or the right side to the body. I could hold it with this hand, and the same thing, bring it over to my left side, bring it over to the right side with the left hand. Now, if I'm having difficulty doing it with one hand, that's when I would want to do this with two hands. I would want to try to keep both hands on it. If they could both get to each side, that would be ideal. Nice job, Carl. Again, he's doing a great job today. There you go, man. Let's go for 5 more of these. You could call this maybe a shoulder tap, or this one's kind of like the lumberjack. Remember, the lumberjack sometimes he moves the axe from one side, one shoulder to the other. Nice. And then one more going right there, just like that. Good job. So that was us holding the roll or holding the stick all the way at the end. So now what I want us to think about is let's go ahead and hold it with our hands at the ends, or kind of, you can see a little bit shoulder width, like further than shoulder width. This would be kind of shoulder width. That's where my shoulders are. My shoulders are kind of gone now. Look, now this is a little bit outside of that. And what I want to do with this one is the one that Bernie does. So I just want to come up and bring it down behind my neck, and then come it up and bring it in front of my body. So this one, not too difficult, but sometimes it is because our shoulders are tight. And if our shoulders are tight, it's going to make it tough to get it behind our head. And you might see this. You might end up doing this where you're leaning. That's not what we want to do. No, we don't. We want to keep our chin up and keep our head up. And if we can't get all the way back, that's okay. we could go up and we could bring it down on like top of our head, on top of my hat right there, or I could bring it just down as far as I feel comfortable. So for me, I feel comfortable going up and over and then bringing it down here to like the bottom of my neck. I feel okay doing that. And so let's go ahead and do 5 more of those. Nice. 5 up and over. Nice job. 4. Excellent. 3. Very good. Very good. 2. And 1 more. And 1. Nice. Very good, everybody. So again, this is using a roll of wrapping paper. You could be doing this with a stick or with a dowel. Now, the next one we're going to do, it's going to be similar to that last one where we're going to be going behind our head. But in this one, we're going to be kind of moving around our head as well as going behind it. So watch me. And if you feel like you got the move, you can go ahead and do it. So again, I'm going to be holding this. You can see I have my knuckles. My knuckles are up on this. If I was doing this with my knuckles down, it'd be kind of funky. It'd feel weird. And so, yeah, absolutely. So bye-bye 2024. Hello 2025. Pablo, I hope you can make it to our New Year's Eve party. Remember, it's going to be on Zoom. We're going to have a New Year's Eve party. I'm going to send Melanie a text message. I'm going to do it in a minute. I'm going to do it during the workout just so we know it's done. I'm going to send Melanie a text message saying, Melanie, I don't want to forget, but we're going to have a New Year's Eve party on Thursday at 6 p.m. and everyone's invited. So your friends, your family, staff, people that we love, people that we work with, they can all hang out and we're going to talk about some cool stuff. It won't be a workout, but it'll be fun. So with this one here, this is where we're going to go around my head. I'm going to bring it across the back and then around again. So this one might take a 1 or 2 to kind of watch. Oh, we got some friends coming in. Let's get them in here. All right, they're coming in. And so we're going to go behind the head and then back around. Now, you can see my arms. I mean, if you think about it, they're kind of doing the same thing. I mean, right here, it's just my hands behind my head. But then I'm going to push that stick from side to side. And this is going to do incredible things for my shoulder blades. That is what this is all about, everybody. This is about the shoulder blades. This is about our upper back having flexibility and mobility. So mobility, it's having the ability to move. Flexibility, it's having the ability to increase our range. And in our case, we want to increase that usable range. So when we're moving our head around, and you can switch directions, it's the same thing. We're just going behind the head and then bringing it around. Here it is in front of my body. You can see one arm goes up, goes behind my head, then it comes around, and the other arm goes over my head. Let's try 5 of these. This can be a move that can take a little while to learn, but once you learn it, it'll feel good. And it is tremendous on what it does. Keep going, everybody. I'm letting somebody in. It is tremendous on what this does for your shoulder health and your shoulder blades. If you're able to do this one and it doesn't hurt you, this is one that I've had to do. Remember, I had a very, very bad shoulder, and I still at times my shoulder reminds me that it's not as strong as the other side. And I do exercises like this to help keep my arms moving, keep my shoulders mobile, but still, like I said, still being flexible. And you want to have flexibility, you want to have mobility. And if you weren't able to get your arms too far behind your head, that's going to show you that you might have like tightness in your pecs, in your chest muscles, might have tightness in your anterior, in the front part of your deltoid here. So when muscles are tight, they won't let you extend out and be as flexible as you might want to be. So let's go. Let's do another one with our roll of wrapping paper. Let me see if I can come up. I want to do. I mean, the baton spin's a gimme. That one's obvious. But what I want to think about doing is I want to do another hand exchange. And what I'm thinking about is like a Statue of Liberty style exercise. So what I want to do, and if you don't have anything, use your imagination. We're going to take like a torch, reach down like you're putting it into like a fire, reach back up with it, and then you're going to reach it up overhead. So for me, with my wrapping paper, I'm going to reach down to the ground. I'm going to bring it in, and I got it right here. And then I'm going to reach up to the sky. And right there, I'm touching my ceiling. So I'm going to come down. So let's do that. If I scoot back a little bit, I think I can actually do this with a little bit better space here. I have a table in front of me. And so from here, I'm going to reach down to the ground and then go up to the sky. And then if I want, I can switch hands down to the ground, or you can do it with the same hand up to the sky. So here we go. Down to the ground. One. Up to the sky. Reach as high as you can. Down to the ground. Reach as low as you can. Up to the sky. I'm going to do a switch. Down to the ground. And you can see I'm kind of twisting up to the sky, kind of reaching down to the ground. Look at my body's kind of rotating to get it into that fire and then lifting up to the sky. Who's ever had to light a torch or maybe like light a stick or like marshmallows? You don't want to get too close to the fire. So you got to keep your distance. You got to kind of reach out with that arm, light the fire, and then reaching it up. Nice job. Reaching down, light the fire. There you go, Tyler. Nice job, Sammy. Both of you guys. Right on. Remember, everybody, I don't mind what time you get here. It's that when you do get here, that's what matters. The work you do and the time you spend exercising, it all is going to count for something good. Here we go. Down to the ground, going up to the sky. Let's go 4 more. So I'm going to go down to the ground, up to the sky. I'm trying to do a switcheroo on this one. Down to the ground, up to the sky. 3. Down to the ground, up to the sky. 4. Down to the ground, up to the sky. There it is. Number 5. Nice. So again, Statue of Liberty, doing that with a stick, doing it with the roll of wrapping paper. It's kind of neat because you can be accurate. And if you had like a target, you could try to touch something on the floor, and then you could try to touch something that's up in the air. If I was doing this with a friend of mine, what I would do is I would put down a few different things on the ground, like a book and maybe a plate or a bowl or something like that. And then I would be like, reach down, tap the bowl, and then reach up and tap my hand. And I'd put my hand up in the sky. And that way I could move my hand around, be like, tap my hand over here, tap my hand over here. And then reach down, touch the book, tap my hand, reach down, touch the plate. And those books and the plates and the bowls, they could be in different kind of spaces. So what you're creating is you're creating a coordination game. You're working on your hand-eye coordination. You're also, if you're doing it with a stick or something like this, you're using an extension of your hand. So it's one thing to touch something with your finger like that. It's another thing to do this, to touch something with an actual object. And so totally, Karen, always. Karen's in the house, everybody. Give a big wave to Karen. Oh my gosh, so cool. We got a lot of friends joining us in today. We're gonna get a little helper there. Love it. And we're working out again, remember, with a roll of wrapping paper. So again, I really like that thing because you're getting the movement in, but you're getting some accuracy. If you weren't using it where you were touching an object, that's okay too. You're still having your concentration going. But when you have an accuracy touch going on, your mind is going to be really, really dialed in. It's going to really want to do a good job. It's like the space shuttle, and the space shuttle's connecting to the space center. It's a really particular thing. And that's what we want to create with extended object touching. We want to be able to reach out with something and touch something else. And in this case, it's a roll of wrapping paper. Let's drink some water. We're going to keep it going. Let's do another one. Did everybody have a good holiday? Everybody had a good Christmas? Hanukkah? There was another one. Forgot the name. You remember it? Please type it in. I think we had three holidays going on all right around the same time. And I think that is so terrific, everybody. I like the holidays because I like the holiday spirit. I like the kindness. A lot of people, you know, um, they seem to be happier, you know, because and I don't think a lot of it has anything to do with like getting things. I think people around the holidays, I think they start to feel good, and a lot of that I think could be because of friends and family. I know there's a lot of folks at the who go to the Arc in San Diego, and I know that the staff and everybody there, they were having holiday parties. Everybody was enjoying themselves, having a great time. I hear a lot of folks did get like gift cards and presents, which that is terrific. But I like the spirit. I think people get into like a holiday spirit, and that can be a lot of fun. And you know, for some other folks too, the holidays can be really tough time, and that's when you can use your strength. You can help other people out. You know, some people volunteer during the holidays and help people out, and I'm going to be doing some helping out on Sunday. We're going to have friends from here who want to go out, and they're not able to get in the ocean, and we want to help them do that. They want to, and so we're going to take them out on Sunday. My Christmas was terrific. Remember, this was kind of like Sophia's first kind of Christmas where she knew like what was going on, and you know, she kept saying ho 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 all the time and things like that. And it was really cute. We woke up Sophia by jingling jingle bells. You know, she's a little baby, she's asleep. And so me and her mom, we start jingling jingle bells, and she wakes up and she's like, "What's that?" And we're like, "What is that? It sounds like sleigh bells." And she's like, "Oh my God." And right away you can see, you know, normally when a baby wakes up, they're kind of like, I want, but she right away, she's like, "Is Santa?" And we're like, "Oh my gosh, let's go look, let's go check it out." What is it? Kiwanin? Kiwanayan? Kiwanayan? Is that, am I pronouncing it correctly? That's the other holiday? I'm thinking that's what I'm getting here. I'm getting in the chat room.
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa. Okay. Well, yeah. Is that spell check did that for you?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Okay. So Kwanzaa. That's what I was familiar with. Okay. Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas, all going down. The holiday spirit is strong. And you know what's good with this group is the exercise spirit. A lot of folks on here all throughout this holiday have been exercising, staying on track. And I'm really proud of a lot of you. This whole year, 2024, has been a tremendous year. And I know a lot of you on here have made really, really good kind of gains. You've made progress. And that's awesome. That's awesome. Again, just like Nick, where we've seen a lot of that progress. I know for some of you, you've made progress too. And I'm super proud of you for doing that. Let's get a sip of water. Let's keep working out with our wrapping paper. I'm going to do one or two that I think Carlo might have done with the hula hoop. Some of my favorites. And then we'll find out did I get poison oak or not. I don't think I did. I'm feeling all right. You see how my neck's red right here? I'm wondering if that's going to be a poison oak neck. It's not too itchy, but it was kind of, it might have been exposed more than, I don't know. I had a painter's, anybody seen a painter in the white suit, and they have the hood and the gloves and everything, and it's for painting. And I wore that, and I was in there poison ivy, and I had my painter suit on with gloves and face mask and everything. So, all right, with our roll of paper, with our roll of Chris wrapping paper. You just don't say wrapping paper very often, you know, toilet paper, paper towels, you know, paper plates, but wrapping paper. Let's go and do the typewriter. Speaking of paper. So remember, everybody, we're going to do the typewriter. We're going to go right side, left side, and then let's go into the middle and then go out. Let's go forward. So let's do that. Should we go up? I think we should. Okay. We go down. I think we should do that too. We're getting a combo here. All right. I feel like Nick's in the house. So let's go right side, left side, out. Then we're going to go up. Then we're going to go down, bringing it back in. I like that combo. Right side, left side, out, going up, going down, bringing it up. Right side, left side, going out, going up, going down. Nice job. The painting, oh my gosh, absolutely. Right side, left side, out. Ooh, we'll do big paintbrush next. I like that. Nice job. Here we go again. Right side, left side, going out, going up, going down. Here we go. Two more. This is the typewriter. This is the chest press, the overhead press, and this would just be like a downward reach. Or you could call this a downward press because you are pushing it down. Now we're going to pull it back up. Right side. That's kind of neat. Left side. Pushing out, pulling in, pushing up, pulling down, pushing down, pulling up. So remember, everybody, our body's going to work a lot of times pushing and pulling, rotating, stabilizing. You're also going to have to where, again, your body's going to create energy to where you might just be holding something steady and using a lot of energy to do that. Imagine holding something that's very, very heavy. Imagine I gave you a bowling ball. I said, here, hold this bowling ball. And then what if I gave you another bowling ball? I said, here, hold two bowling balls. Imagine. Then what if I said, imagine I'm going to give you a sack of potatoes, 20-pound sack of potatoes. Hold this sack of potatoes. So now you have two bowling balls and a sack of potatoes, and you're not moving. You're just holding that. Can you imagine how hard that would be? And again, that shows you how your muscles work even when you're not even moving sometimes, when you're holding steady and you're using your strength. Oh my gosh. All right. Giant, what are you doing, Mom? That's what you want to go? All right. My mom wins. She's got next up kayak row. Then we're going to go and we're going to do something called the giant paintbrush. And the giant paintbrush, I'm going to use this as my paintbrush, and I'm going to pretend like I'm painting, and we'll pick a picture out here in a minute. But here we go. My mom was doing kayak row, so we're going to kayak row. Let's go ahead and we can hold our hands. Remember, you can hold them kind of close together, or you could have them at that. Look at that. That's a little bit outside of my shoulder width, right? There's my shoulders, and I'm a little outside of that. And that's going to give me a good feeling on this bar. Let's go for 20 kayak rows. So here we go. So let's get it going in the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you use your imagination, 6, 7. It'll be a little different. 8, 9, 10. If you use your imagination that you're actually in the water, you'll do the movement like I'm doing it. I'm literally pretending like I'm in the water. And this is what it would feel like. I've done a lot of kayaking, and this is what it feels like. I've stopped counting. Let me show the difference if I don't pretend that I'm actually doing it. So you see the difference? We could call this the kayak spiral. We could call it the kayak circle. And we could also call this the kayak row because we are rowing it. But now look at the difference. This is me going around and around an axis that's right here in the middle. So I'm going up and down and up and down. And so that is an axis that's in the middle. You can see this middle part. It's kind of sticking with my words on my shirt. Now watch the difference when I actually pretend like I'm going in the water. Look at the axis. Look at where it's moving. So I'm no longer accessing around the stick. My body has become the axis. My body is where that is going to happen. And so this way, if I was in the water, I would actually be moving along the water. I'd be going in. And if I had to go on the same side a few times, I could do that. And now the difference between the kayak and the canoe is with your hand on top. So with the canoe, we're going like this. And so look at this. My arm is all the way on the other side of my body, and I'm pushing down, and then I'm bringing it around and then up down, around, up, down, around, up, down, around. Let's go one more on this side. Down, around. We got to switch sides. Going around and up, down, around, up, down. It takes a few to kind of get the feeling of it. Down. And if we were in a canoe, we would have to be canoeing with a partner, because if not, we'd be going around in a circle, bringing it around, up, down, around one more, up, down, and around. Nice job. Awesome stuff. So everybody, remember, we're doing a lot of today's exercises with a roll of wrapping paper. It still has the cardboard tube inside, and that's going to be key. If you're doing a wrapping paper workout like we're doing today, you're going to want to make sure that you still have that tube, and that's going to help to give us the resistance. Now, you'll notice a lot of the things we're doing with this, we are being thoughtful, we're being careful with our movements. We don't want to tear the wrapping paper, but something you could do if you were going to do this is you could find where your wrapping paper, where you were, cutting it, where you used it, and you could tape that back down. So that way you don't have to worry about it coming unraveled, because that's what you don't want to have to be worrying about that. But if you are able to just kind of tape it up, and then again, there's a lot of exercises that we can do with this. Now, the next one, what I want us to think about is that we are painting. What are we going to paint? Paint a tree? We got trees. That might be where I work out, because we got the trees right here. So let's imagine that we're painting some trees, and we're doing it, and it's like huge. This is like a mural, everybody. We're painting this on the side of a building. And so with your baton, if you don't have one, you can use your hand like a giant paintbrush. What I want us to do is to try to paint. Let's paint these trees. So we're going to paint, you could paint maybe one or two trees. But again, this is going to be using your resistance bar, your wrapping paper, or just your imagination. With the imagination, it would be like I'd be painting up here. Maybe I'd paint the trunk. I'd go all the way up and down, kind of painting the trunk of the tree, and go all the way up over here. Now, maybe I'm going to paint some branches off to the side. There's a branch. There's a branch going off to that side. There's some more branches. So you can see I'm going back to the tree, and I'm making my branches off the tree. And these are going to be happy trees. So we're going to keep them going. They're going to be nice. And I'm going all the way up to the top of my tree. And I'm just painting at the top. I'm painting just little branches at the top. Nice job. And then maybe I'm going to do a little tap, 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 just to kind of give it some texture. Tap, 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 tap. And then maybe some grass down at the bottom, or maybe paint some snow across the bottom, just nice and long, slow strokes. Now, if I was doing this with my huge brush here, I'm going to paint, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to paint it up, and I'm drawing it up and down. This is the trunk of the tree. All right, I'm going to come down to the bottom of the tree, and I'm going to paint a little bit off to the side this way and a little bit off to the side that way. And I'm just kind of going up my tree. I'm just painting the leaves and the branches down the tree. And you can see I'm holding my paintbrush. This is like my huge paintbrush. I got my trunk right here, and then I'm just painting off the trunk. I'm just painting and painting, keeping it going. Oh my gosh, everybody, this is the best painting I've ever done in my entire life. I'm going to put a little star at the top of this tree. I got a little star. Down here, we're going to paint in some of the snow. So we're going to kind of shade that area in. And then I think I'm going to paint a little reindeer. So I got one leg, another leg, another leg, another leg. We'll paint the body of the reindeer. And again, I got to do the antlers. So this is antlers. Choop, 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 choop. And then a little reindeer tail. And then boop, reindeer nose. Nice job. Take a break, everybody. Again, I love art. I like making art. When you do your imagination with art, you can paint some really good things in your mind. You can picture it. You can have that imagination. You can picture the painting just being right there in front of you. And then what else is neat you could do is you could try to do it for real. You could see if you could go out there. Now, you wouldn't be able to find a super duper long paintbrush. I don't think they make those. They have paint rollers for a long distance, but I'm talking like some accuracy painting. But do you think you could do this? And you could do it maybe even with this, with the roll of wrapping paper, is you could put a paintbrush, put the handle in there, and maybe tape the paintbrush onto the end. Or if you had a resistance bar or a stick or something like that, you could tape the paintbrush to the end of the stick. And then what you could do is you could find, if you have like a big wall or somewhere where you could paint a mural, you could try to paint on that wall using a paintbrush that is far away from your hand. Now, that's the name of the game with this, everybody. When we do things with our hands, that's terrific. And we're working on hand coordination. We're working on dexterity, the ability of our fingers to apply pressure and to apply the right amount of pressure. And we do things very, very carefully with our hands. But when you try to do something with your hand to where your hand's kind of in the middle of everything, and so I'd have a paintbrush here and my hand down here, that painting is going to be tough. It's going to be tougher than if we were holding it with our hand, but it's not impossible. And what's neat about it is that once you start to paint, and if you're able to see your painting, you're going to get feedback from your vision to your muscles. Your mind is going to take in the image and it's going to tell your muscles, hey, maybe a little lighter, maybe a little harder. Maybe I got to go up a little higher. And so your mind and your body are going to communicate, and you're going to be able to come up, I would imagine, with a very beautiful painting. So maybe that's something we could do in 2025, everybody. We could try to do a mural, a fitness mural, and we could paint it with exercise, painting exercise. I think that'd be terrific. All right, let's go ahead. We got maybe one or two more with our wrapping paper, and then we got the breathing motto. And then remember, everybody, tonight we will not have the fitness social because we are going to be having a New Year's Eve party on Tuesday at 6 p.m. And right now, remember, I said I was going to do it. I'm going to text Melanie and I'm going to let her know that we are doing the New Year's Eve party. Melanie, where is it? I know I got her name in here somewhere. Am I misspelling it? Oh, I did misspell it. All right. I put an A where there should have been an E. All right. So here we go. So I'm going to put wanted to let you know we are having a New Year's Eve fitness social party at 6 p.m. on Tuesday. We will be using the Monday workout link for people to join. Please share with everyone so that we can all, I'm going to put ring in the new year together. All right, everybody. This is going to happen. This is so cool. You got to make sure you tell your friends that we're going to be doing this. And so 6 p.m. Boom, there it is. I just sent it out. It's happening now. The ARC's getting the memo. You already have the memo that on Tuesday, we're going to have a New Year's Eve party. We're going to be playing music. We're going to watch a ball drop. We're going to talk about goals. We're going to talk about 2024. We're going to look forward to 2025. And if you want to share anything, if you want to share a story about the year, or you want to share something that you're excited about for the new year, you're going to have that chance to share, have your voice heard. Or if you want to write in a message, we can read your message. If you want to wish everybody a happy new year, you're going to be able to do that. And of course, right at the time when they were doing the ball drop. We're going to do a big countdown with the ball drop. It's going to be terrific. Let's go one more with the wrapping paper. And I think you know what it is. It's going to be the baton spin. So let's go ahead. We're going to go with some baton spin here. Byron style, getting the baton spin, moving it around. Thank you, Pablo. Awesome. I needed a time check. I was wondering. So let's go baton spin, and then we're going to do the breathing motto. We'll have a sip of water. And then our next workout, the next time we'll hang out, will be Monday at 1 o'clock for our workout. The last workout of 2024 is Monday at 1 o'clock. And then if you want to join in Tuesday at 6 p.m., it'll be dark. You might be having dinner, but you can have dinner with us. I might be having dinner. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, we're going to have a New Year's Eve party. And I want you to invite all your friends. If you're a staff member and you're on here right now listening, write it down. Please also join us on that. And it is just going to be a lot of fun. This will be our second year doing it. Remember, 3 years ago, there was not a New Year's party, and I got upset. And so we started the fitness social because I was like, we need to have a social hangout gathering, just like friends who do on the weekends. And we've been doing it now for 3 years, everybody. And I'm so happy to have shared all that time with everybody. Let's keep it going. Let's spin it up a little bit. Here we go. 5. Here we go. Doing this one for Byron. I'm going to go as fast as I can. 4, 3, 2. Oh, I almost chopped it and 1. And that's what we want. When we're working out with something like a roll of wrapping paper, that's one of the best things about that as your fitness product is because you know what? If I drop it, if I bop myself with it, it's no big deal. And sometimes if you bop yourself with a stick, that might not feel great. And so think about, again, these tubes are terrific. If you have some paper still on there, tape it on. It'll be excellent. And you can do a ton of workouts. Even Sandy's got exercise, where she does the kick the stick with the fishing pole, man. I'm telling you, you can do all that with roll of wrapping paper. I'm just not used to saying wrapping paper. All right, everybody. Thank you for the time checks. I really appreciate that. We have enough time for a sip of water. And then I think I'll do the breathing motto to bring it on out. I brought it on in. I think I'll bring it on out. And I got to go run, everybody. Guess what happened to me yesterday when I was clearing out my poison ivy? At one point, I stepped on a tree stump that was knocked down. I wanted to break it, and I stomped it. I didn't step on it. I stomped it, and a branch went up through the bottom of my shoe and into my foot. A little tree branch. It hurt me real good. And now I got to go run like 3 miles, and I got a hole in my foot. It's not going to be fun, but it'll be okay. All right, let's drink some water. It's a good time for me to toughen up. And here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in the good. Breathe out the bad. Breathe in the happy. Breathe out the sad. Breathe in your best. And breathe out the worst. And breathe in your power. So you reach your goals first. Great job, everybody, today. That was terrific. Wonderful workouts. Again, Byron in the house, North County in the house, Valentina, Catherine, Espinoza, M. Espinoza. We got Brandy in the house, Tyler, Sammy, Carl. Great job. Lorraine, you did a great job. Pablo was the first one in, everybody. Pablo kicked butt today. Great job, Pablo. Thanks, Mom, for the tips. Here we go, everybody, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your weekend. We'll see you on Monday for a workout and Tuesday for New Year's Eve.